We all know who he is. It's the legendary movie actor John Wayne. For decades, John Wayne graced the silver screen and produced some of the best cowboy movies of all time. But what if I told you John Wayne also owned one of the coolest 1970s Ford trucks ever built? Stay tuned for this episode of Dentside Depot as we discover John Wayne's 1979 F350 Lariat. The story begins in 1978 when John Wayne specially ordered his 1978 Ford F350 pickup truck to pull his dressing room trailer at his ranch 26 Bar in Stanfield, Arizona. Let's take a closer look at this truck and see what makes it so special. You may not know this, but an F350 truck is definitely an elite level 1970s Ford pickup truck. Although this truck is two-wheel drive, let's take a look at all the really cool features that definitely make it really special beyond just being John Wayne's personal vehicle. To begin, this truck would have been top of the line in 1978. It was an F350, which was the biggest truck that you could order as far as gross vehicle weight rating, and it also had the highest level trim option being a Lariat, which you can see here on the side. Looking on the outside of the truck, there's a few things that make this truck really cool. First of all, it has the classic cow catchers in the front on the bumper. We can see here that the mirrors are correct for 1978 being in this style, and what really sets this truck apart from others is that it has a really cool two-tone paint job. We have dark brown metallic as the two-tone paint, and then the light sand paint as the other main tone. This truck also has the toolbox in the bed, and it appears to have aftermarket wheels on it, which we'll take a look at later. Looking at the wheels, it appears that they were changed at some point in its history. See that it's an 8-lug chrome wagon wheel with Bigfoot AT tires on it that definitely set off the look for this particular truck. On the side it says U9000, which I'm not really sure what that means, but regardless, it's a pretty cool decal on the side. In the front of the truck, we can see it has the chrome grille option and a license plate from Utah that says 900 GEV. On the hood of the truck, John Wayne added his own custom touch, a gold stallion emblem sticking out from the top of the hood. Obviously, you could not get this option from the factory. Looking at the truck from the driver's side, we can see a few other things that stick out. First of all, you can see that it has running boards that were definitely added either by the dealer or by a day 2 option of some kind. We can also see an aftermarket CB radio antenna mounted to the driver's door in the front. Last, you can see that there was a stainless steel bed top added, and we also have a spare tire carrier in the bed. Looking at the glass, it has the highest option glass being tinted, and being a super cab, it also is equipped with the flipper windows. Looking at the truck from the other side, let's take a second to notice the trim. We have the highest level trim being Lariat, which will give you the top trim along the middle, and most people refer to as racetrack trim going along the bottom to help set off the two-tone paint. We can also see here that we have the Camper Special tie-down hooks. Looking at the back of the truck, we can see that it's equipped with the courtesy light for the cargo bed. It has the rear glass that can be opened to pass through to a camper shell. It's equipped with the top-level Lariat trim on the tailgate, the Camper Special tie-down hooks. You can see the Ford applique on the tailgate, and you can also see that it's equipped with a chrome bumper, and obviously it was later equipped with a towing package so John Wayne can tow his dressing room trailer. While the current location of this truck is unknown, it was last seen at Mecum Auctions in 2020, and when the truck was sold, it also came with John Wayne's personal saddle, which you can see right here. Looking inside the bed, let's take note of John Wayne was not the only owner of this truck. It was eventually sold to the second owner, Dick Hammer, a cowboy stuntman who was a good friend of John Wayne, and then when Dick Hammer retired, he sold it to another gentleman who was a world champion horseman. So obviously this truck has a long history of towing horses and being involved with farming work. Now let's take a look on the inside of this truck, and we're really going to get an idea of how many options it truly had. First of all, you can notice over on the glove box we have what appears to be the Lariat emblem badge. But before we talk about that, let's talk about the other options we can see on the left-hand side of the truck. First of all, you can see that it was equipped with cruise control, and it possibly had a leather-wrapped wheel, although that is covered at this time. Down at the bottom, we can see someone added an aftermarket 40-channel CB radio. That would not be factory equipment. In addition, we can see some really cool aftermarket cup holders. On the left-hand side of the dash, we can see what appears to be aftermarket trailer towing equipment, which is obviously what this truck was used for. Looking closer at the steering column, it appears to also be equipped with a 5-position tilt wheel. It also appears that this truck is equipped with air conditioning, which we can confirm when we look underneath the hood. Looking closer at the glove box, you can see that this truck is a Ranger Lariat, and that would of course be the top trim. At some point, someone also added an applique that says this car built especially for John Wayne. Zooming out and looking at the interior, we can talk about and discuss the Lariat specific parts. You can see on the passenger's door we have what is the Lariat door panel. Now these panels were different than all the other trucks and what they would get. The Lariat door panel will give you the special two-tone vinyl insert with a chrome trim ring going around the side. And on the bottom, on the grills for the speakers, these would also be accented with chrome, which definitely gave it an extra look. Although the seat has a period correct vintage seat cover on it, underneath you would also have a special two-tone seat that would be set off differently for a Lariat option and would definitely make the truck look really cool compared to a base model truck. If we zoom in a little bit on the radio, we can see that it appears to have an aftermarket radio installed, and by looking at this angle we can also confirm that it does in fact have a tilt steering wheel. Looking in from the passenger side of the truck, we can see that someone added grab handles to the inside, which definitely can be helpful, and we can also see right here that it has the chrome door locks, which was also a part of the Lariat package. Looking down at the bottom of the door, you can also see that it was equipped with the map pockets, another feature for a Lariat truck. Overall, this truck appears to be in very good condition, at least it was in 2020. Underneath the hood, we can see that this truck is equipped with the top dog engine for 1978, which would be the 460 engine. Now, interestingly enough, Ford did not offer the 460 engine in four-wheel drive trucks. So if you wanted to tow, you were actually better off getting a two-wheel drive truck because that would give you the top option engine for that time period. In addition, two-wheel drive trucks were the only ones that offered the extended vacuum booster for the braking system. It was kind of odd that Ford made this decision only offering the 460 and the bigger braking package on the two-wheel drive trucks. Along with that, the two-wheel drive trucks were the only ones that could have the Dana 70 rear axle. Looking closer underneath the hood of this truck, we can confirm that this truck was equipped with Camper Special from the factory. You can see the auxiliary fuse blocks or junction block right here, and then if you look on the apron and zoom in, you can see that it has the Camper Special solenoid or the dual battery solenoid. This would add the option to either bring power to the bed and to obviously also have a dual battery, although dual battery could be ordered separately from Camper Special. Looking at the coolant equipment seen on the next page, we have the Desert Radiator, which would be the bigger radiator of the two that you could order. We can also see here that it was equipped with air conditioner. Here is the compressor and then the lines, and then obviously looking right here you can see we have the HVAC box. So it appears that this truck, although it was two-wheel drive, pretty much every option was probably checked in order to meet all the specifications that John Wayne wanted in 1978. The great John Wayne was definitely a legend, and legends go, they order the best trucks, and in this instance, John Wayne chose the absolute best one, being a 1978 F350 Ranger Lariat in two-wheel drive. I will note one thing, and that is you could not get an F350 in 4x4 in 1978, so John Wayne did in reality order the top dog for that particular year. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Dentside Depot, taking a look at John Wayne's special Ford truck. Remember to like and subscribe and keep restoring those classic trucks.